wife, so it's great. There's a little bit of maybe. I know something new would be great. Sue's place. I felt once. It would be like once a month. I mean, I know I would be coming.
Shades of green. Amazing.
Well, depends. And he gives you this nice hours. Showing her how we do it.
Break it down for her.
So you know when to go up when it says welcome. So you go up and say welcome. You know I can't even put like tell me. I need somebody to tell me when to go where. If you're feeling we're in the dark with that.
Was a little dark in here.
It tells you, that's the nice thing, it tells you exactly what to say. And welcome for the first time, raise your hand, I should have a gift for you. I don't know why I haven't got it, because I still get it. But it's okay. Oh, that's, I've got to go outside my country. That's right. So, check out the little picture in there. You want to try it? No, collate. Oh. And then really, it's real quick. Colleen, anti-choline, Colleen, Missouri. Oh,
Good morning.
No, then when you say share our vision, and you got those in front of you, because I have to have them in front of you. And then the prayer box, you know all about that. And then somebody else comes up. And then you have, this isn't you until you do the offering prayer. Offering. Maybe they switched it, I don't see it. Where's when you come up for the offering prayer? Because that's dawn, you have.
It's right here. The offering blessing.
Oh, offering blessing.
Yeah, that's the little one we read on the screen, and then she'll come up after we pass it around. And
but it's up and back down again.
Yep.
And then you do the announcements, which are all written down all the time, and he tells you. I mean, I have to put my glasses on. Yeah, maybe. Can you read that? Oh, I'm kidding. I'm making all kinds of jokes. Well, here, this. Should I take this to Colleen? Colleen?
I gave her one. But
okay, no, that's okay. Leave that. No, leave that there. Oh, all right. I don't know if that's why.
She could take it if she wants. If you want to look at it during service, I mean,
you don't need this.
I'm good.
Yeah, follow it during service.
Yeah,
good morning, Robert.
Good morning, Moira.
Our FGCU student, Annabella, has a video that she's made of all the signage she's put out on the Peace Path. She's going to be getting that
Please join me in the Lord's Prayer.
Yeah, very good. That's
I'm
amazing.
going to tell her to give it to you.
Yeah, I love it.
Who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we have forgiven our debtors. And leave us not in temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to Unity Bonita Springs. We're glad you're here. Is there anyone who's joining us for the first time today? Please raise your hand if so. All righty, everyone's been here before. Okay. I want to remind you to silence your cell phone so we can all have a peaceful time. And I want to welcome and introduce our speaker, who is John Bauer. John Bauer is a religious science practitioner licensed through Mile High Church in Lakewood, Colorado. She's currently serving both Mile High Church and Centers for Spiritual Living in Cape Coral as an outreach practitioner. In addition, Dawn is an actress, a certified NLP, neuro-linguistic programming practitioner, and a former educator. She is a speaker and workshop leader who recently started teaching improv classes in the Cape Coral, Fort Myers area. Cool. I could probably use those improv. Okay. So, as we start, let's say our mission and vision statement, everyone. Our mission: to invite and inspire spiritual consciousness through unity and its principles. And our vision: we are love, joy, and acceptance in the world. Wherever you are, on your spiritual journey, you are welcome here. I want to remind you that our prayer box is up front. Unity was founded on the idea of prayer, and our box is here for any prayer needs that you have. There's a slip that you can fill out, put it in the box, and with the person's name and information, whatever you want to put, and it will be prayed on for 30 days here and then sent to Unity headquarters for 30 more days of prayer. Our affirmations will be read by Patricia.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm laughing because I had to get into my car in the carport, and it was this high in water, so I thought my feet might squeak. Anyway, all right, I'll say the July affirmations, and then we'll say them together. Inner peace. Established in the center of my being, I am still and peaceful. Together. Established in the center of my being, I am still and peaceful. Wisdom. God is the wisdom that flows as intelligence throughout every cell in my body and every thought in my mind. Together. God is the wisdom that flows as intelligence throughout every cell in my body and every thought in my mind. Healing. I tell the truth of divine life to my body and my circumstances. Together. I tell the truth of divine life to my body and my circumstances. Prosperity. Focused in faith, I perceive the truth of divine abundance by which I prosper. Together. Focused in faith, I perceive the truth of divine abundance by which I prosper. World peace. In the light of spiritual understanding, I behold divinity within all beings. Together, in the light of spiritual understandings, I behold divinity within all beings. Today's daily word is forgive. Sunday, July 26, 2026. I find peace and freedom as I forgive. Forgiveness is not always easy. I may resist letting go of the hurt or distress caused by someone else's words or actions. Even so, I know that forgiveness makes space for peace to flow to and through me, I release what has been, realizing the past cannot be changed. As I do my inner work to forgive, I also forgive myself for hanging on to past hurts. With each step I take in the direction of forgiveness, I open to love. Love flows to me as healing energy and compassion. As I forgive, I heal. Letting go, my heart feels lighter, and I feel ready to move forward. My spiritual nature of divine love and peace cannot be harmed by words or actions. I forgive and feel light and free. And from Colossians 3:13, if anyone has a complaint against another, forgive each other. Just as the Lord has forgiven you, so you also must forgive. Have a beautiful day.
Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. There's a holy hush around us. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. There's a holy hush around us as God's glory fills this place. I touch the hem of the garment, I can almost see God's face, and my heart is overflowing with the fullness of God's joy. I know without a doubt that I've been with the Lord. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. There's a holy hush around us. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place.
There we go. Good morning. Just invite everyone to take a nice deep breath in through the nose. And release out through the mouth. And start to just settle into your seats here. Finding whatever comfortable position is best for you. Knowing that right here, right now, surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. It is in each breath, in each vibration, in every cell in our body. I just invite you to take a journey with me here into the core of who you are. Start to become attuned to the vibration in your heart center. Noticing the movements of your breath, that life breathing in you, as you, through you. Imagine, if you will, that you could float inside that heart space. Whatever that looks like, whatever that feels like for you. On a very micro level, allow yourself to just sit inside one of your cells, right in the nucleus. Noticing what you are experiencing here, being inside this cell. Understanding that there is a deep wisdom and intelligence here. A knowingness of what it is to be a perfectly healthy, functioning cell. Feel the joy in that. Knowing that you are one tiny piece of an entire divine blueprint. Taking this wisdom with you, start to expand out. Perhaps you become an organ, any organ. Noticing the function of that organ, and how it works so perfectly without us even having to do anything. It just knows what to do. That divine intelligence is breathing through it and continuing to expand outward. Become so hyper aware of your entire body. Breathing in gratitude for everything that this body temple does for you. That it helps as you navigate through the world and experience all that life is offering you. That life is God's life. And you are co-creating with it right here, right now. Continuing to just breathe that in. Knowing that the same is true in the entire universe, that there are trees, plants, animals, all in this perfectly functioning universe. Taking another nice deep breath in as you expand out and hold this entire universe in your awareness. See it for what it truly is. Knowing you are a part of it, and it is a part of you. We are one. As you bring yourself back into this space, into this room, perhaps you start to wiggle your toes. Take a deeper breath. Namaste.
Please join me. We'll sing this 3 times. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful, I am so blessed. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful, I am so blessed.
Jerry. We are so blessed to have Jerry, aren't we?
Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, embracing law and order. This is the end of the month of order. So after this, you can be out of order. You have my permission. Is anybody feeling a little out of order today? Anybody ever feel out of order in their life a little bit? And I think you know by now we're not talking about law and order, you know, like the police or lawyers. Or any lawyers in here? Okay, well, I have a couple jokes. Don't be offended. Hopefully you'll laugh the hardest. That's usually how it goes. So what is the difference between a good lawyer and a bad lawyer? You know this one? A bad lawyer lets a case drag on for several years. A good lawyer can make it last even longer. Is that true? She's laughing. I think we're on to something here. Here's this is a judge and a witness here. You seem to be in some distress, said the kindly judge to the witness. Is anything the matter? Well, Your Honor, said the witness, I swore to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, but every time I try, some lawyer objects. We get in the way sometimes, right? The truth is trying to come out, and we get in the way. We all have a little lawyer in us. And this last one's pretty funny. A man gets into a bad car accident and stumbles out to talk to the other driver, and to his dismay, the other driver's a lawyer. And the lawyer yells, I'm going to sue you for ruining my car, my suit, and my time. And the man looks at him and says, all you lawyers are the same, you just talk about money. You didn't even notice you're missing an arm. And the lawyer looks down at his bloody stump and says, where the hell's my Rolex? We gotta start with some jokes here. But that's not the kind of law and order we're talking about, as we all know. So the power of order, which I think you all know by now, the divine capacity to arrange, organize, and align with spiritual truths, right? So we have a lot of laws here that are man-made laws, right? And they're helpful for us. It's a good thing if we stop at red lights, right? I was just talking to somebody the other day that said they said in their country, in Vietnam, the lights are suggestions. And they said that people don't drive on the right or the left; they just drive on both sides, and they're just like, so they'll just find themselves in a wad trying to get their scooters and their cars and their bikes around everybody to get. I mean, that seems like it would just take a long time to get places, right? If we didn't have some law and order. But we also have these spiritual laws. And I love this quote from Charles Fillmore. Order is the first law of the universe. Order is the first law of the universe. Indeed, there could be no universe unless its parts were kept in perfect order. It wouldn't even exist if there wasn't this order, right? But sometimes, anybody in here ever try to pretend like there isn't any order, or you don't want order to exist? And you just want to be free, do whatever? A little bit? Okay, I see. A little hand in the back. Anybody go the opposite route and try to control everything? Maybe try to order other people around? Yeah. Maybe our partners, right? Not quite washing the dishes the way you want them to wash the dishes, perhaps. So this universe operates by natural laws. And here are some examples of natural laws. Gravity. We don't see gravity, but we experience it, don't we? And we can try to deny it and pretend like it doesn't exist. How far does that get you? We have to work with it, don't we? Right? Our buildings are built knowing there's a law of gravity. Right? We don't want people to fall off the buildings when they're building the buildings either. Because gravity. And what happens when a body falls from a high up and there's gravity? Right? We have to be careful. Seasons. We don't have control of these. Seasons just happen. Perhaps they're changing over time as our planet is changing, right? As our sun is aging. But we have seasons, and they happen. We don't see the season itself, but we see evidence of it, don't we? Cause and effect. This is actually a spiritual example too, spiritual law. We have this cause and effect. this law. We do something, something else happens. Growth. Wow. We don't really see growth in real time, do we? Does anybody? Have you ever seen those videos where they've been photographing a plant or a flower and it's like, but they speed it up and you're just like watching it bloom? We don't get to see that very often. And we definitely don't see it in us. But our skin is growing and evolving right now. It's shedding. Our cells are constantly rejuvenating. But I bet everybody in here has looked themselves in the mirror and said, I did not used to look like this. Right? Or seen old pictures of ourselves. Or maybe at that time we didn't think too much about our bodies, but we're like, I looked pretty good. What was I so worried about? Right? We see evidence of it over time, but it's not always in time. Rhythm is another one, and interdependence, which I'm going to circle back to this one later. And then our spiritual laws, right? I'm not going to have time to go through all of these, but you've probably heard of many of these. The law of attraction, the law of circulation, right? What we put out there comes back. The law of reciprocity. What we're putting out there comes back to us tenfold. Correspondence. Things are, wherever we're vibrating at, other things are going to vibrate in that same level, right? That we're going to bring that to us. Inspired action, right? So it's not just about praying, but taking action on those prayers, right? It's not just about like, well, God's got it, there's divine order, and it's all unfolding, and there's nothing I have to do. Just going to let it happen. No. We take that inspired act. We're inspired. We become inspired maybe in a meditation or something hits us or there's an opportunity that comes and we're inspired. We feel something inside, but then we have to take action. And again, cause and effect is another law. We cannot control the whole of life, but we can influence it. Right? So we know that we have these laws. And we know we can be a part of it. We can co-create our experience here. So again, it's not about, I'm just going to give up. There's nothing I can do about it. It's all going to unfold. Well, our choices do shift things, right? So let me tell you this story about surfing. I've been surfing, but I wasn't surfing. But a client of mine, this last year, he lives in Venice, California, and he came to me because he was struggling with control. He was trying to control everything. He's got 4 kids. I don't know. He got 4 little kids and his wife, and he just didn't have the patience for, he wanted to do his stuff and then he would go surfing or go over here. And if his kids are not cooperating or somebody's not sleeping, right, they got a little baby, and he just didn't have the patience, and he was finding himself just getting, angry and saying things to his wife that he didn't really want to be saying. And I think she suggested, maybe you should get some coaching. So anyway, he found himself with me. And as we were talking, we discovered that he loved surfing. And so we created this metaphor. And I took him on this journey to walk me through, okay, you're going out there, you smell the air, you get out there in the water, you're trying to find that wave, right? And how much control do you really have when you're out there in those waves? None. Right? The power of water. Whew. How many of you love water? I mean, you're in Florida. I'm guessing I'm seeing a lot of hands. Okay. Same. right? There's mountain people and there's ocean people. Some people like both, but there's usually mountain people or ocean people, right? We're ocean people, I think, right? We like that water and just, right, the feel of that water pulling us. We could fight against it, but it's not going to get us very far. So in this session, he realized he could take his experience of surfing, where at some point, he just needs to work with the water, right? The wave is coming. Any surfers in here? Anybody been surfing? Okay, a little bit. So, just so you know how to surf, you have to catch the wave, right? So you have to pay attention to the wave coming, and you gotta swim, and then you gotta get up on your board in front of that wave. So you're really kind of riding in front of the wave. You're not on top of the wave. You're right in front of the wave, and the wave is guiding you, and you can move along with it. And so he was able to take that metaphor then into with, his wife and his kids. And he's like, the waves don't last forever, because eventually they go and crash on the shore, and then there's another wave coming. So it's like breathing through and just knowing, hey, I can ride this wave, and I can either fight against it, which is gonna take a lot more energy out of me, or I can enjoy it, I can have fun, I can go with the flow. So there's choices that we can make here. This is from a quote. I love fear quotes. I don't know about you guys, but I love fear quotes. It's like, different ways to explain what fear is, right? We've heard like fear is the opposite of love. Have you guys heard that one? Fear is faith. Have you ever heard this? It's kind of weird, right? Once I click the next button, fear is faith in evil. Now, I don't really buy into evil, but this is the quote. So if we just play along with that, fear is faith in evil instead of good. So just take that on for a minute. Anything that we are fearful of, we're feeding that. This is by Florence Scovel Shinn. I don't know if you've ever read the book, The Game of Life and How to Play It. She's the author of that. And it's only a 2-hour audiobook if you want to listen to it. It's pretty good. However, the guy reading it doesn't say some of the words correctly, and that drives me nuts because of my order, my control. So evil is man-made. That's not the truth. That's not the truth of who we are. That's not the truth of what God is. God is good and very good, right? There is not evil. So fear is something that we have created. We can influence our thoughts. We can influence our attitudes. We can influence our choices. These are things we do have control over. You might not think we do, but we do. We can have influence over our words, our actions, and our willingness to align with the truth. How willing are we? How willing are you? You don't have to answer that right now. You can answer it for yourself. How willing are you on a daily basis, on a moment-to-moment basis, to align with the truth of who you are? Not my will, but yours be done. Jesus said, he was talking to God. God's will be done. We are here as expressions of God, and when it becomes our will, our ego, and what we want to pursue, if that is not in alignment with what we're supposed to be doing here, lots of different words I could put in there, we're going to have resistance. Have you ever had that experience where you've been trying to do, you really wanted to do something and you're hitting a wall, right? It may be that the timing is not right, right? Because God's time is God's time. It's not always our time. Or it may be that you're pursuing something that somebody else told you you should pursue, right? Society, your family, or you watched other people, you're like, oh, that's what I should do. I see some recognition here. Living in alignment with the divine order brings peace and purpose. So when we can learn to make sure that we're living in that alignment, that's going to bring that peace. So are we going to let the wave just throw us into the beach? I've had that happen before. That wave was a little too strong. I wasn't ready for it. Slammed me into some rocks down there, right? That doesn't feel very good. Also too powerful to swim against, right? Or we're going to find the right timing and ride the wave and work with spirit. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. I love this one. Nature's on its own time. Everything's accomplished. Yet we seem to feel like we gotta do, right? We gotta hurry, we gotta go do this thing. Running out of time. Maybe you're right on time. What if you're right on time? Because I bet you've also experienced those moments where it's like, man, this feels so easy. This feels so fun. Those are those moments when you're in that alignment, right? You've been taking that inspired action and Spirit's like, yep, this is the way we're going, right? Has anybody felt that? Things are easy. Dating. This one is my story. So when I was right after my first marriage, I'm remarried now, but right after my first marriage, I recognized that I was very dependent on him. I was dependent, right? There's a time where we're dependent as kids, we're dependent on our parents, right? We're one of those animals that we don't just pop out of the womb and then we're walking within a few hours. It takes us a long time to walk. I mean, I wasn't walking. Maybe you guys were walking right after. Right? Like the baby deer, they're all walking around. No. We have to depend on other people, right? We have to depend on people to keep us alive. When I got married the first time, I really went from one situation, I was not conscious at the time of this, one situation of dependence to another. I was really depending on him. And so when our marriage ended, I was terrified. I was like, how am I going to live? I didn't really ever live by myself. And so I, found other people to live with and eventually started dating again, had a couple other relationships end. And finally I realized now I was getting into like kind of a codependent relationship with people. That wasn't very healthy. And I didn't know what that was at the time. I started learning about this. So then I said, okay, no more dating. I am going to be independent. I was born on Independence Day. Why am I not independent? Like, this is, right? I'm the firstborn. What's going on here, right? So I worked on having my own place that I could decorate however I wanted, right? Learn how to cook for myself. My first husband, he cooked. I didn't know. I remember getting married and I was like, Mom, I don't know how to cook. You never told me how to cook. So she said, here's the Joy of Cooking cookbook that I got when I got married. You can use this, right? So that I started doing all this on my own. And then when I started dating again, I was so independent that people actually would say to me, I don't think you're ready for a partner. I don't think you really want, like my actions were not showing because I'm like, no, I don't need your help with that. Nope, I got it. I don't need your help with that. And I don't know if you guys know this, but men like to help. Everybody likes to help. We like to help each other, right? They like to help. They want to feel like they're, that they have a purpose. What am I doing here if you don't need me, right? Just candy on your arm? What the heck's going on? Do you feel like just candy on her arm? Like, right? They want to be needed. We all want to be needed. We want to feel helpful. And that was really eye-opening for me. Because I was like, how am I going to be? Because I knew deep down I was supposed to be in a relationship. Like that's, I'm independent, born on Independence Day. But I want someone to grow with and mirror back to me all my things I need to work on, right? So that I can continue to grow. I want that. I wanted that. But this independence thing was getting in the way. And so I sat down and I started journaling and I was like, okay, I went from dependent to codependent, that wasn't good, to independent, that sounded pretty good, but that's not working. Like, do I go back to dependent? I couldn't figure out, and then all of a sudden I was like, interdependent. And I wrote that word down. And I said, this is what I'm looking for. I want to be in a relationship, which is one of those laws, that interdependence, right? Where I am giving and receiving the same as my partner, that we're both in it together, right? There's things that he's going to do better than me, and there's going to be things that I do better than him, right? We're going to work together as a partnership. That's really what we're all doing here on the planet, right? We're all working together. When we're not working together, because sometimes we don't, right? When we're not working together, that's when we have the friction, right? So interdependence. Here's some ways that you can get that inner order. There's inner order, there's outer order. Cultivating clarity, get clear about what you want. That was helpful for me to get really clear. I wanted interdependence. Prayer, meditation, forgiveness. We talked about forgiveness today, right? Letting things go. Gratitude, that attitude of gratitude, being grateful for what you have right now. Sometimes we wait to pray until something's going wrong. We can be praying every day and just be grateful for what we have, right? Even when things are going wrong, right? Sometimes we tend to pray like, I want to fix this thing. Okay, let's focus on what is going well. Disciplined thought. Outer order. Creating healthy habits. Boundaries. They're helpful. Priorities. Sometimes we think everything is a priority, and that gets us stuck. Right? We're trying to focus on too many things. What are our real number 1, number 2, number 3 priorities? Relationships. And stewardship of time and resources. So how are we using our time? How are we using our resources? And that includes money. Right? The wealthy people don't get wealthy by just spending all their money and going out to dinner, and right? That's not how that works. By being a good steward of their money, putting it in the right places. So here are some signs that you are in alignment. You have greater peace. There's less struggle. I mean, there is no feeling in the world like riding a wave. There really isn't. When you catch that wave and you're on it, it's like, everything's in alignment. It just feels so good, right? That same feeling. Less struggle, clearer decisions. You know what decisions you need to make. You're clear. Improved relationships. So you know you're not in alignment when you've got relationships that are struggling. And a sense of being guided. right? There's this feeling like this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm being guided here. And all of this gives us that sense of freedom. We don't always think about that word when we're thinking about order, right? How many people can resist, like, I don't want to get things in order. I don't want to keep a budget, right? I don't want to do all these things. I don't want to clean the dishes. But all of that actually helps give us that feeling of freedom, because we still do have that choice of how we're going to show up. So a couple of last quotes here. When you let go of what you are, you become what you might be. Eric Butterworth. And Pierre Teilhard de Chardin. Trust the slow work of God. That is our final quote. Trust the slow work of God. It's not always in our timing. Trust that it is happening. We don't know how, when, but if we can have that faith that it is happening, that trust that it's happening, not our faith in fear, not our faith in evil, but that faith that good is happening. And so let's say this affirmation together. I'll say it first and then we'll say it together. Divine order is established in me and through me. I trust the wisdom of life is unfolding. Let's say that together. Divine order is established in me and through me. I trust the wisdom of life unfolding. Because it is. And so it is.
Please join me. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. When in doubt and darkness, I'm gonna let it shine. When in doubt and darkness, I'm gonna let it shine. When in doubt and darkness, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. And when I need an answer, I'm gonna let it shine. When I need an answer, I'm gonna let it shine. When I need an answer, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. In all my daily living, I'm gonna let it shine. In all my daily living, I'm gonna let it shine. In all my daily living, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Thank you.
And now it's time. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Now it's time to take this opportunity to share our love and treasure with this ministry. Please take your offering in your hand as we bless it with these words. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive.
Thank you,
God.
Just offering a word of blessing, knowing that everything that was put in these baskets here today, placed there with our hearts and our minds, it is all good, it is all God. And knowing that that divine circulation, that law of circulation and abundance is happening right here and right now. I know the truth is that this place, that each and every person in this room is a good steward with their time and their resources. And I know that that law of reciprocity, the divine order of the day, is that this will unfold threefold, tenfold, 100-fold for our community and beyond. I'm so grateful to know this truth, knowing that abundance is right here and right now, that prosperity is right here and right now in so many ways, not just financially, but in education, in inspiration, in love and joy right here in this center. And I release these words knowing they are done. And so it is. Amen.
And now it's time for announcements. And we will have our coffee and conversation as usual out on the lanai, and everyone is welcome. And today, backed by popular demand, the Neurographic Art Workshop with Down Bauer. So starting today at noon, after we take down the olive green decorations for order and put up our yellow decorations for wisdom. And also, we are looking for an additional platform person to help with the service on Sundays. So please sign up with or speak with Liz Bosco or myself or Kathy. Our annual Unity Bonita Springs School Uniform Drive is on. And we will be collecting donations, or you can buy the uniforms yourself. We'll do this till the end of August. And there's a picture from last year on my dining room table. I'll put them on my table and make another picture this year. I'll probably make a couple trips, and maybe one in a couple weeks, or just before school starts, and then another one when we get everything at the end of it. And just to remind you that the uniforms are polo shirts in any color, and the shorts in khaki or navy. The size is 5 through 12 or 14. And Walmart is a good place to get them. I went there this week with some money that was given to me before, and that or Target is another good place. So. Every Wednesday, also, we have a meditation with Daisy Alvarez at 5. And on July 29th, Art After Hours at Artist Naples at 6 p.m. features Jeremy Stawski playing live music. And this event offers free admission to all museum exhibits as well. So let's form a large circle and begin our... Oh, sorry.
I have a quick announcement.
Sure.
I just wanted to let the church know that the money that was raised to send Deidre to the Posy Musical Festival in Missouri at UD headquarters has been raised. We earned $2,379, which is, we only needed $2,379 is going back into general fund. So thank you everybody who donated to that, and our music is going to be advanced because of it. So thank you all for your inspiration.
Thank you. Anything else? Okay, let's form our gratitude circle, and then we will sing the peace song and say the prayer for protection.
You know what you need to do? The next one should sit around and play about alcohol. If you guys don't hang out with yesterday.
That's never gonna happen.
Right?
He said he was gonna go too, but he's not going.
Yeah, then we have picture out here. There we go.
Thankful for Dawn. That was awesome. I really appreciate everything you talked about today.
I'm grateful for my husband. He would be 81 years old today. And I'm just grateful that I had such a wonderful husband.
So grateful to be back here and to be invited back. And also just grateful for the health of myself and my family.
Grateful for yesterday was my daughter's birthday. Today's my daughter-in-law's birthday. I'm just grateful to have both those women in my life.
I'm grateful for freedom.
Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, and we all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me, let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me.
Surrounds us. The love of God unfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Amen.